Welcome back, Latin Wealth Club, to another Bull Room episode. We got a real good one for you today. Today, we're going to talk about why I think crypto is going to make myself, and only me, not you, because this is not financial advice, a millionaire. With that being said, this is your host, MP, and behind the scenes,
AZ.
Bro, do you think crypto will make me a millionaire?
I do.
I think so. And I know you were an anti-crypto person, just how I was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But, today we're going to talk about my 5 reasons why I think it's going to make me a millionaire. And then also, we're going to talk about where I think the crypto industry is in general. You know what I'm saying? Give you guys some updates on that. So with that being said, let's go straight into reason number 1. And reason number 1 is quite simple. It's what we talked about, I think, what was the last Bull Room, right? Where we talk about fiat currencies and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It was the last one, right?
The very last one, yeah.
So, reason number 1, fiat currencies. That is my number 1 reason for investing into crypto. And the reason why I think it's going to make me a millionaire is fiat currencies. The fact that fiat currencies are backed by nothing could be printed to unlimited amounts and could cause hyperinflation and for the value of the country's currency to go to shit. I would much rather own crypto, and it's inevitable. Every fiat currency in history has failed. Every single one of them. Yes, that means that the US dollar will one day fail. That is correct. It is inevitable. Okay? My reason number 2, CBDC. Right? Fed now. Right? If crypto really wasn't the future, if crypto, you have all these boomers, you could say all these older guys that are like, oh, crypto ain't gonna last long, it's just all a scam. I used to think that way. I think a lot of us think that way. But look, the US banking system just upgraded their system with blockchain technology called FedNow. They don't have a coin out, but they used blockchain technology with FedNow. How are you going to tell me that crypto is not the future, yet the banks are literally copying and pasting what crypto is doing? Oh, that's my reason number 2. Reason number 3. Cryptos, like Bitcoin, are helping third world countries fight inflation. I love this, actually. Right? Hay gente in Venezuela that are dealing with hyperinflation. And a lot of smart individuals that obviously might have the capital to buy some Bitcoin are hedging against their problem with hyperinflation and to store wealth with Bitcoin. Because, dude, today milk might be $5. Tomorrow might be $10. That's how it is for people in Venezuela, unfortunately. Right? So that's another reason why I think it's going to make me rich, is the fact that people are going to use this to combat high inflation and to store their wealth, right? That's going to cause a lot more people to use these blockchain technologies and to invest into these blockchain technologies, okay? Reason number 4, okay? And reason number 4 is one of the ones that I think is weird for a lot of people, right? Because they see crypto right now down a lot. So they might be like, what the hell, how? But reason number 4 is Bitcoin has an average yearly return of 1,576% yearly. That means that you bought, it doesn't matter where you bought, but you held for at least a cycle. Do you see what I'm saying? Because, to see these type of returns, you would have to go through a whole 4 years, a whole cycle. And my reason number 5, and this is where we're going to lead to where I think crypto is today, is that we're still early to the game. Raza, we are still early to investing in crypto. Crypto is not even 20 years old. Crypto is only 13 years old. We are early to the curve. Right? If we could take the Bull Room, right, and you guys could also help me, right? Because I only invest in 2 different cryptos, and I'm full disclosure, it's only Bitcoin and Cardano, right? And I like Ripple and I like Ethereum, but those are my main 2. Those are my go-tos right there. You know, those are the ones I've done extensive research on and the ones I believe are going to succeed, right? And I have my reasonings, right? Well, maybe we'll do an episode where we talk about strictly Cardano, right? Because I already talked about why I invest in Bitcoin. But reason number 5 is that you're early to the game. And as of 2023, only 4.3% of the world utilizes crypto, right? It was 4.3, 4.6%, somewhere around there. They're the only people that utilize crypto. Yeah, you got third world countries like in Africa that, from what I know, right, Cardano is trying to help the unbanked. And what they mean by that is they're trying to help like third world countries like Africa start a kind of like a stable coin or some form of a CBDC through their blockchain with their ecosystem. You see what I'm saying? Actually, recently, Charles Hopkins, I'm sorry, probably didn't say that right. He's the CEO of Cardano Foundation. And Cardano Foundation is actually the foundation that works on the blockchain. And he talked about how Iowa wants to take out a state stablecoin, and how they actually put a bid in to be the blockchain and the ecosystem that Iowa makes a CBDC on.
Iowa,
the state,
okay,
the actual state, yes.
Okay.
Cardano Foundation put a bid on so that they could use the Cardano blockchain, so that the Cardano Foundation could like help them like do everything on the ecosystem, so that way they could have a fully decentralized stablecoin that is still sovereign, like you know, it doesn't invade anybody's rights. The government can't control it or nothing like that. Yeah, bro. So
just for the state.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
So let that sink in, right? How is it not the future then? You already got Cardano making bids for them to use for a state to use their ecosystem for their state stablecoin. And what a stablecoin is, it's pretty much a coin that's backed by an actual asset, like for example, like gold, and it pretty much it just stays stable. It doesn't move. Like your $1 stays $1. It's like you put your money on pause. It doesn't grow, doesn't die down with inflation, doesn't do nothing. It just stays there. Or let's say, I don't know, maybe you could you could actually stake on stable coins like USDC, United States stable coin. They have like a 4% APY. Really good, really good. But anyways, let me get into the early stages, right? Look, if you don't believe we're in the early stages, you're mistaken. You know, if you thought this was like they're only going to come around 2017 and that's it, no. Bitcoin has actually been around since I believe 09 or 08, around there. It's been over 13 years. Just let that sink in. Now, typically with new technology, it's been proven with history that humans take 25 to 30 years to adapt to new technology, right? And we're going to give you some examples of that, right? The radio was invented in the 1890s, but it wasn't available for households until the 1920s, okay? The TV was invented in the 1920s, but wasn't available in households, well, in the predominant, majority of households until the 1950s. Okay. Email was invented in 1969. But most people didn't even use email until 1997. Okay. The internet was developed, right, in 1970, but wasn't accepted for everyone to use until 1995. We are early to the game. Today, and we're talking about today, Bitcoin is 13 years old. It's been 13 years since Bitcoin was invented, right? And now we have regulation talks. Okay, we have Bitcoin seen as an asset by the SEC, and we have potentially a spot crypto ETF coming either at the end of this year or next year or even 2025. In 13 years, we have the crypto industry has made tons of progress. Okay, Bitcoin's already being used by third world countries. Some third world countries actually hold Bitcoin, like El Salvador, en se le quieren que le digo en español. And you got to also think about the future generation, right? When we grew up, we grew up with internet. You remember that, right?
I do.
So babies that are being born today are being born into a world with crypto, a world with Bitcoin, a world where they're going to see Bitcoin ATMs, and you already do see them. Yeah. A world where they're going to have technology classes that talk about cryptocurrencies. Okay? A world where development and anything having to do with technology is going to involve cryptocurrencies. Anyone that's born today. Now think about the 13-year-old that's alive today. That 13-year-old is just as old as Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin that 13-year-old, I'm pretty sure has either heard of Bitcoin or will hear about Bitcoin before the age of 18. Okay? Whenever generations hear about certain things, generations adapt to that. So it might not be Generation Alpha, right, which is the generation after Z. It might be that next generation that might push crypto into the industries. It might be our generation. Because in reality, millennials are kind of like the foundation of the crypto industry. Gen Z is kind of like still about the foundation, but also the people that are going to be using it. Because we are more of the ones that are kind of like using it with, we could transact or this and that. Did you just mute me, bro? By accident?
You're on 3 for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I am on 3. Sorry about that, guys. Little technical difficulties. But the fact of the matter is, Raza, is that future developers will come and they will improve these blockchains. And with more talks about regulation, these cryptos will be legalized. A lot of them will be phased out. Only some of them will survive. And it's up to you to do your own research to invest in the right ones. Okay?
I feel like that's perfect to say. I feel like that's there as the years go on. We're gonna, because right now I feel like you're right. We're in the stage of like we think crypto's a scam, and there is a lot of scams.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But what didn't start as a scam not what didn't start as a scam, but a lot of stuff
started as scams.
It comes as and especially like it's even with the dollar, political scams with the U.S. dollar.
Well, the U.S. dollar is a scam.
There you go. Okay, yeah.
But I guess what I'm trying to say though is the fact that Bitcoin started as a great project, right? The thing about Bitcoin though is the fact that it opened the doors to people wanting to use crypto for the wrong reasons. Crypto was literally made just to make transactions faster and cheaper. But obviously, hey man, scammers are gonna do what scammers do best. Okay? You gotta remember, right? We're only 13 years in, so there's a lot of that. But all that will be phased out. Little by little, all that will be phased out, and only the strong will survive. And as of right now, I mean, Bitcoin is the grandfather of it all. Everyone respects Bitcoin. The government respects Bitcoin because it is a true cryptocurrency. Okay? Now, we'll get into why I invest in Cardano, but just to give you a little sneak peek, the reason why is because of the decentralization, right? As much as Ethereum wants to claim it, I see it more on Cardano. I see the progress and everything on Cardano, but we'll talk about that on a future episode. With that being said, this is why I believe crypto will make me a millionaire. And this is why I believe that as a community, if we could all share this knowledge and all teach each other about the truth, keep in mind what I said, the truth about cryptocurrencies, we could win as a community and come out on top. But the issue is there's a lot of misinformation, and there's always going to be that one compa that's going to be like, hey, man, buy this. It's going to go up. Don't listen to him. You need to have actual research done.
Sounds like Dogecoin.
Sounds like El Compa Musk. All right, guys, so we'll see you on the next one. All money in, no money out. Stay dedicated, stay motivated, and don't be a little bit.